everybody, welcome back to Meals with Marsha. Today I'm going to share a recipe with you. It is called Applesauce Cake. We're excited to show you this, so let's get started. Alright, I've got my little mama with me today, and this is her recipe, so that's why I wanted to bring her on here. She's been on one other video with me, and that's how to can sauerkraut. We've cooked a lot over the years together, canned a lot over the years, but this is, it's not really like the applesauce stack cake like my great-grandmother used to make, which was delicious, but it is a much simpler, more modern version, I guess you could say, of that. So anyway, let's get started. So Mom wants me to do most of the talking, which I will. I'm used to doing this. We got our stand mixer here, and we're using the paddle, okay, the paddle blade. I'm going to take it off for just a second. Now we are going to use a yellow cake mix, and we are going to bake it to the box, just how the box directions tells us, okay? And this is a Duncan Hines. You can get whatever kind you want. Let's take this out. Okay. Alrighty. That's the box. And then it calls for 1 cup of tap water, a half a cup of canola oil or vegetable oil, whichever one you have. I have canola today. And then it calls for 3 eggs. Now I'm just going to crack these eggs individually into this.
Beat one at a time too, makes your cake fluffier.
Okay, Mom says beat one at a time, so let's just go ahead and do that. And then I also, to any of my box cakes, I always add a teaspoon of vanilla flavor. Now this is my homemade vanilla. I have a video on that if you want to go back and watch it, how to make homemade vanilla. It's delicious and amazing. Have you tried yours yet, Mom?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. And this is my second or third batch that I have made, but it just gives it a rich flavor. And anyway, I'm excited. This is the best stuff, and it's so much cheaper to do it yourself than to buy the real vanilla. Now, if you want to be a cheap, easy girl like I used to be and get the imitation vanilla, you can. But the pure stuff is much better, but I never got it because it was so expensive. All right, so we're going to let this start. Mom says to crack the eggs individually, right? Is that how you say? Yeah. All right. If I don't, Lord, I'm going to get a shell in there because I can't crack today. What's wrong with me? It's not wanting to crack. Lord, help.
Sometimes you get them.
Yeah. Some people do all that where they crack it with one hand. I have not mastered that yet.
Me neither.
I'm just a country cook anyway, so I don't try to be a...
my finger in it.
I don't try to be a fancy chef. So we're just going to mix that up, guys, for a couple of minutes. Let me turn it up just a little.
Yeah, turn it up, let it beat real fast. Make it fluffy.
Yeah, Mom says to beat it real fast, make it fluffy. Now this is Mama's recipe, so we're doing what Mom says today. Normally I'm the queen of the kitchen, but today Mama's going to be the queen of the kitchen, okay? I've shared with y'all before that, now what are you doing next, Mom? You going to spray it?
Spray the pan.
All right, you go ahead. Is that what you're talking about over here?
Yeah.
Okay, she's going to spray the pan with non-stick cooking spray.
Okay,
Is that good enough?
Yeah.
All right, Mom says that's good enough. She sprayed it up real good. Now, Mom and her husband Roger, they live at a place. I don't say we call it the Towers, but it's
retirement.
Yeah, I guess it's a retirement home. But they run that place over there. Let me tell y'all, and they're always baking cakes and making dumplings and all this stuff for all those people because you know, Mom and Roger has a great support system. They have family, they have kids, and they have grandkids. But you know, some of those residents up there, they don't have any family here, or you know, maybe their family don't live close, and so they just try to love on those people and bake cakes. And Roger's always running down all the elevators and the floors trying to help everybody. So they're the helpers and the cooks down there. And Mama makes dumplings and all kinds of stuff.
Soups.
Yeah, soups and cakes.
Stuffed bell peppers they love.
They love the stuffed bell peppers, yeah.
That was Marsha's recipe.
Yeah, and I've got that on there. But Mom, did y'all say it turned out good? They liked it, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it was good.
I made it twice, and they just have
Lord.
a bit. We have a company that brings us produce, and they bring a big load of bell peppers or sweet potatoes, you know, different things every month. And they brought bell peppers this month, and I gave you a few of them.
Yes.
And anyway, I always, if there's extra, I always get them and make up bell peppers for the people there that can't cook.
Yeah, and
you know.
Mom's comes from a generation where you don't waste nothing, which I'm like that too, the way groceries are nowadays. So Mom's good about cooking up meat, putting it in the freezer, doing all that kind of stuff. and then like making recipes and sharing with those residents because she don't want to see anything go to waste.
A lot of our residents is on wheelchairs or walkers,
they're disabled,
and they can't stand and cook, so
Mom tries to help them. All right, so she's precious like that. Now, this is mixed up, so we're going to pour this in. Is there anything special on? No. All right, we're just going to pour this in.
Put it in there and put it in the oven. Let it bake.
And I think we have to bake it like 28 minutes. I'll have to look at the box.
I think it was 28, yeah.
The 13 by 9, is that?
Yeah, 28 minutes.
All right, 28 minutes. So at 350, I've got it set at 350, and we're going to scrape this out. Let's see here. All right, now, and what I do, just kind of shake it out a little bit, and that's what it looks like. Get the bubbles out. All right, most of the bubbles are out. All right, we're going to bake this at 350 for 28 minutes, and then when we get that done, we're going to come back, and then we're going to show you the next step, okay? We'll be right back. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Okay, we baked our cake at 350 degrees for 28 minutes, and we took a toothpick and stuck in the middle, and it came out clean, so it is done. Now, this cake, you do not have to cool, okay? Before you do this, you know, most cakes, if you put icing on them, you have to cool them, but this one is one that you bake and leave it warm, and then you just do it when it's hot. So Mom's going to show you what the next step is. All right, here we go.
Punch holes all in it.
So she has a wooden spoon that's round. They're very hard to find nowadays because most of them's flat. I had one that was round and I broke it. So when we were doing this video, Mom called me. She's like, hey, do you have a round-ended wooden spoon? I said, no, I don't. I said, I broke it. So she's brought hers. She's probably had it since 1982. And that's all right. So she's poking all these holes in there because we want this stuff to run down. Now, like I said, and you want to get it all, as many holes as you can without tearing it all to pieces.
I go back, and if I see a spot that needs another hole, I just punch another hole.
Yeah, you just do it to your liking. Does that look right for you, Mom?
Yep.
All right, now this is hot, so we're going to move this out of the way for just a second because we're going to make our applesauce stuff to go in. Okay? All right, now, Mom, now let's talk about this a little bit. Now, this first jar is applesauce. I made some homemade applesauce. Mm-hmm. Is this good, or you want a different spoon,
That
Mom?
spoon's too big
to get down
in the jar.
I'm sorry, I knew that. Okay, so I made some applesauce, homemade applesauce. Went over to our local apple orchard here, just like 5 minutes from the house. And I got, it's Apple Valley Orchard, and I got us some apples, and I made homemade applesauce last week. So we're using a pint of that, and then Mom had some apples that she got, and she has made some homemade apple butter. So we're going to mix that together. So that's the next step, and each of these are pint jars. Mom said you need a pint of each. So here we go. Now my applesauce is real simple. I just run mine through cut my apples. I even leave the peelings on them. Some people might not like it. If you don't like that texture, you're more than welcome to peel those apples, but I love the texture of the apple, even to feel that peeling in my mouth. I love that. I don't peel mine.
I made some apple butter yesterday with peelings.
And you peeled. You didn't peel, okay.
I didn't peel them.
Did you peel these, Mom?
Yeah, these are peeled.
Mama peeled these. Now, Mom's got a good apple butter recipe. And like I said, guys, this just tastes and smells and feels like fall because of the apples and the warmness. I can smell that cinnamon in that apple butter. Mm-hmm. Now, my applesauce has cinnamon, too. I'm not sure Mom's exact recipe. But
you put a lot.
A lot of cinnamon. But now, you can buy, you know, applesauce from the store. If you don't want to can your own applesauce, or you can probably find apple butter at the store. Nobody's asking you to do that. We just can a lot, so we're just using home canned stuff that we have. So you do not have to. You can buy it at the store. And so Mom's just taking both pints, a pint of applesauce and a pint of apple butter. Now that would be 16 ounces of each, or 2 cups if you're having to measure from like whatever you get in the store. Yeah. And she's mixing that up. So is it ready, Mom?
Have you got a little bit of cloves?
I don't think I do. I don't know. Let me look.
I should have put a little bit of clove in it. It makes it taste richer.
You think it's going to be okay, or you?
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll be okay.
So Mom says you can add clove to it to make it better. So all right, we're going to bring the cake back over here now. She's punched all them holes. There's her cake with the holes. And this is what we're doing. Now, this is simple, guys. But, you know, sometimes simple is just absolutely, positively delicious and amazing.
It's a fast, easy dessert to take somewhere.
Yeah.
People just absolutely love it.
And to me, it makes me think of my childhood. It makes me think of home. It makes me think of my great-grandma Stillman.
Yeah, and Mama.
And my mama. Now, my mama, not my mama, her mama, my mama. But now, Grandma Stillman, she just was a good old soul. And she just always had a little bite of something on her stove. And she'd make homemade apple pies and applesauce cake. But she was the type of person, of course, she had 11 kids and, you know, raised them all poor. And so she just knew how to feed people. You know, she didn't have to have a big gourmet meal to feed everybody. She was so good about it. And this cake makes me think of her because she made the little applesauce stack cake. And they were so good. This makes me think of home. So
Get every bit of that out there.
Yeah,
don't waste nothing.
Don't want to waste nothing. That's important. Now, and Mom's just taking the back of her spoon and she's spreading this, and see, it's still warm. So it's going to heat that sauce and the apple butter up, and it's going to help it just kind of get down in those holes, okay?
And you talk about melt in your mouth.
It will melt in your mouth, Mom says.
It will. I'm telling you.
And we're going to taste it, I think, today. If Mama says it's ready, I don't know.
Oh, it's ready.
It's ready. So
It's
you can
ready.
eat it hot, you can eat it warm, you can eat it room temperature. Now, this particular pan I have, I was going to use a throwaway pan. I thought, nah, I'll just use one I've got, because I got a plastic lid that pops right on this.
I like chunks.
Yeah, and Mom's got chunks from her apple butter that makes it good. Now, Mama, do you have to refrigerate this, or can it just be covered at room temperature?
No, you have to refrigerate it.
Have to refrigerate it,
If it's not eat right away.
Okay, because it's got the apples and stuff in it. We don't want them to go bad. So you do have to refrigerate this. But, you know, like they do, they eat a bite or two of what they want, and then Roger gets to going down up the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh floor.
He's got this big old pan, and we keep those little styrofoam bowls. And every time we get low, he'll say, "You better go to the Dollar Tree and get us some more bowls," and we'll buy 3 or 4 packs of them.
And he takes a big flat pan with a little piece of cake in that bowl, and he goes to deliver, and he's the delivery man up there. So, but this looks amazing. All right, now we're gonna cut into this little jewel right here. We're gonna have a spot of it. Let me get us a plate.
I'm gonna fix me a coffee cup.
Yeah, Mom's gonna have some coffee. All right.
It is delicious.
All right, let me see if I
Get your
can.
spoon here. You don't
It's
have
better
to cut
to do
this
spoon.
cake.
You spoon it. All right. Now
Spoon
let me
it
get
out.
y'all close up what this
Because
looks like.
all them holes in there.
Gonna make it fall apart.
Yeah, if you
all right,
try to
spoon me
cut
out a little, just a little
Well,
piece,
you
Mama.
just get how much you want.
Well, I
of
just
it.
want a bite to taste, and then you can get you some coffee and
Yeah.
have you some cake, like so.
Yeah.
All right. Oh my goodness, there's what it looks like. Let me get me a spoon or a fork or something. Old timey applesauce cake. Smells amazing.
It'll just melt in your mouth.
Just melt in your mouth.
Warm like that.
Mmm. Oh yeah.
I told you.
Ooh, good. Yeah.
Like you slap your granny, as they say.
That's right. Well, my granny's going on to heaven. I can't slap her. But how about slap Mama?
her.
No,
Yeah.
just kidding. I won't do that.
Thank her for the recipe.
Yeah, thank you, Grandma Stillman, for the recipe.
For instilling it in us to fix stuff.
Well, like I said, this is amazing. This is a great fall recipe. A recipe for any time. If you got to take something to a potluck, somebody's died, and you need to take cake for a funeral, do this, cover it up in a throwaway container. Let them have it.
We
But
have
guys,
senior days
and
play bingo, and I
this is a
fix
good
stuff like this to take, and they absolutely love it.
so good. And I'm talking with my mouth full. I'm in trouble. But guys, you should try this. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Meals with Marsha. And don't forget that everything you need and how to make this is going to be in the description. Thank you so much for watching. God bless, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.